51 movies across 3 channels, the bloodiest, most transgressive horror fest lineup yet. Bloodiest, most transgressive horror fest lineup of all time, and it all kicks off on August 19th.
You're about to watch Rockin Robbie live. Bunker down and see you on the other side.
What is up, everybody? Welcome here to Pop Culture Philosophers. Welcome, in fact, to Rockin Robbie Live. And I can now say the CBC Award-nominated Rockin Robbie Live. Welcome in, station, pop, pop, boom. How is everybody doing? We got a great show planned for you tonight. We got a little bit of a double header tonight because right after this show, I will be over at Dylan's Horror Show for his launch of HorrorFest 2024. We're going to be talking about Alien Romulus, but today here on this show, this is the show where we gather, we talk about comics, movies, pop culture, and a whole lot more. We have a great time. You out there in the chat, thank you so much always for participating in the show and making it a true community hangout involving the chat. Just want to get that out of the way. Rockin Robbie Live, it's safe, and it's safe and secure in its nomination for Best Community Hangout Live Stream, because that's what we are, because it technically says in the comments or on the stream. You out there in the comments, you make Rockin Robbie Live. Don't let anybody else tell you otherwise. This show would not exist without you. So thank you so much for being here. I, of course, am Rockin RobbieBillz, and today we got the DC sneak peek. We've got the Crow movie review. That's right, there is a new Crow movie out. A lot of people are saying a lot of shit about it, and we're going to give you a true, honest Rockin Robbie opinion about the movie, which I saw today. All that stuff and more. But even though we got a plan, grandiose, some may call it, this show is driven, fueled, if you will, by your questions, your thoughts, your comments, and your concerns. So get them in right now. What do you want to chat about? What do you want to talk about? What subjects do you want to bring up? Throw them out there in the chat. Throw out a station, maybe even a pop, pop, boom, maybe even a congratulations to Two Gun Pedro on his nomination for the Blue Wrench Award. Dude, I am so freaking proud of you, dude. You deserved it. You've earned it. And we are going to make sure that you win. So everybody go to cbcawards.org and vote for Two Gun Pedro, but we'll get to more of that here in just a little bit. All right, you can follow me on Twitter at the Rockin Robbie. I believe it's called X now. You should follow Pop Culture Philosophers on Facebook and on Instagram. If you're on Facebook, join the PCP Army. That's the official Pop Culture Philosophers Facebook group. You can find podcasts and more at popculturephilosophers.com. And of course, you can help support the channel over at patreon.com/PCP, like these fine PCP generals right there, Stationites, one and each and every one of them. Also, you can support the channel with Super Chat, which will trigger a Joker video and possibly a Hellboy song. And also, you can now tip me directly on CashApp. $RobbieBillz. Bills with a Z. RobbieBillz. Don't want anybody sending Robbie Pills any more money like Bobby De La Ghetto did last week. So anyway, how's everybody doing? We got a great show tonight, but don't forget, that's right after this show wraps up, catch me over at Dylan's Horror Show for Alien Romulus. This is Dylan's official kickoff for HorrorFest 2024, as well as his first show in a long time. He's been on a little bit of a hiatus, but Dylan is back in full swing tonight with a new time. It's going to start at 9 p.m. Central Time. I know the trailer says 9:30, but it's going to be 9 p.m. Central Time. It's the debut of Dylan on Dylan's Horror Show for HorrorFest, as well as his first show after a hiatus. So we're going to get a little bit of an early start. And we're going to be going live at 9 p.m. Central Time to talk about Alien Romulus. I did a little bit of a review last week here on Rockin Robbie Live. This will be my full thoughts. Spoilery and all. Then, of course, we got HorrorFest continuing tomorrow night on PCP Movie Night with The Curse of the Werewolf 1961 Hammer Classic starring Oliver Reed. Very excited to talk about this movie, which at its time was quite transgressive. We'll be unpacking that as well. And then Thursday night at 8 p.m. Central Time, the first double feature of HorrorFest makes its way onto Blood, Splatter, Chatter as they discuss Happy Death Day and Happy Death Day to You. We got a great lineup here for HorrorFest to end week 1 and to kick off week 2. We got Alien Romulus, Curse of the Werewolf, and Happy Death Day and Happy Death Day to You. Don't forget, y'all, it's the most bloody and transgressive HorrorFest lineup of all time, and we couldn't do it without you. We now pause for station identification. Let me see those stations out there in the chat. All right, everybody. We're about to take a look into the chat and see what's going on, see who's here. Once you get in the room, throw out something like a zoom, 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 or a pop, pop, boom, whatever it takes. Most comedic content creator, my ass. All right, but before we really get into it, let's go ahead and deliver you something that I cherish here that we do on Rockin Robbie Live. And sometimes we get excited to kick off the show and we forget about it, but we're not forgetting about it tonight. So something I inherited from my good buddy, Travis, a.k.a. Comics with Bueller, it's time for your very own First 5. All right, we're going through the DVD collection, things that I never upgraded to Blu-ray or just kind of stuck around on my DVD. We're in the D's right now. I'm so proud of whoever that was. I could almost hear you through the internet say D's nuts, and that was great. All right. Kicking it off with Dr. Horrible's sing-along blog. I used to be a huge Joss Whedon fan, right? Because I'm a big fan of Buffy and Angel, and I was digging Firefly when that was coming out, and I was hanging on every word that Joss Whedon was saying and everything that he wrote, right? Those times have changed a little bit, but you know what? It's been a while since I've revisited this movie. I really need to. I mean, it's got Nathan Fillion, it's got Neil Patrick Harris, it's got Felicia Day. Really cool frickin' movie. I have not seen it in forever, but it is a musical and it is funny if I remember correctly. All right, then we've got Dracula. This is the Universal Monsters box set that came out in the early 2000s, around the time the Van Helsing movie was released. This was the first way in one DVD set to have all the Dracula movies. This has got Dracula, it's got the Spanish edition of Dracula, Dracula's Daughter, Son of Dracula, and House of Dracula. And even though I've upgraded all of these Universal Monster movies to Blu-ray at this point, I still keep these because I love the packaging on these movies. I love the packaging on these sets. Last week we showed off the Creature from the Black Lagoon set. Here is the Dracula set. We're going to slide it back in that cool. Oh, look how badass that is, man. That is so... I just love those so much. All right. Some of the cartoon box sets that I have are at the Deep, at my shop that I work at. So my DuckTales seasons are there, but I do have my DuckTales the movie, Treasure of the Lost Lamp. This was a Disney Club exclusive, and yes, when I worked at Movie Stop and I was managing there, I totally signed up for the Disney Movie Rewards Club or whatever and wound up getting this one because I remembered this as a kid and loving it. Then we got one of my favorite sports movies of all time, 8 Men Out. I've never upgraded this to Blu-ray, and I really, really do need to because this is an absolute great movie. It's about the Black Sox scandal back in 1918, 17, something like that, 1919. Back in 1919, some members of the mafia, or organized crime representatives, we should say, convinced a big portion of the Chicago White Sox to throw the World Series. So that's what that's about, and it's a really, really good movie. And then there's a Disney movie. I got a lot of Disney movies I've never upgraded. But The Emperor's New Groove, y'all, this is one of the most undervalued and underappreciated modern Disney classics, in my opinion. It should be right up there with everybody else, and you know I got that slip. Speaking of that slip, it's time to dip, dip, dip. That has been your... First Five. All right. Now it's time to take a look at the chat because this show, of course, is a live community hangout live stream. I'm just going to say I saw somebody who did a long stream, and most of that stream was not talking about me, but some comments got made, and one of the comments that got made, and honestly, all of the comments that were made about me, and it was Comic Journey. All the comments that CJ said about me, I pretty much agree with you, homie. I think CJ's a cool dude. One thing he said, though, that pissed me off, that Rockin Robbie Live should not have been nominated for a CBC award for Best Community Hangout Live Stream. It literally says, stream that promotes community involvement, whether on the stream or in the chat. Y'all, I'll be honest with you. I don't go out there and watch a bunch of comic book community live streams, especially as they're happening. I just don't. I don't have that time. Not everybody has that time. That's why I really appreciate it when people take the time to be here on Sunday nights for Rockin Robbie Live. But we've been doing this for a few years now, right? And even before all these other channels popped up, with all these heads on the screen, everybody coming in, having their say. And, we do those kind of streams. Friends of ours do those kinds of streams. We love those kind of streams. It's a part of the comic book community, is hanging out live together on stream. But y'all, before even all that stuff started, in the COVID years, way before that, Rockin Robbie Live was a thing. It was me sitting here talking to you, the PCP Army. And if that ain't community involvement and a community hangout, I don't know what the fuck is. So, here's the damn thing. You can vote for whoever the fuck you want for a CBC award this year. 100%. I don't give a shit. I ain't trying to campaign for you just to vote for PCP. I'm up against some stiff competition. Comic Pop? Comic Storian? Come on, y'all. There's some big names up there this year. However, we really, really want this Rockin Robbie Live win because this is it. This is where the community has been hanging out for years. Here, you. And remember, a win for Rockin Robbie Live is a win for you. And I just wanted to get that out of my system. CJ, I love you, man, but you're dead wrong on that, man. Nah, I'm not the most comedic content creator. This is not a comedy channel. I don't know why we got that nomination, but we did. Some people think I'm funny. Some people think you're funny. It's crazy. But let me tell you something about that. I'm not telling you who to vote for or anything like that. But when it comes to the most comedic content creator, vote for one of the other dudes. Me, CJ, and even Sticky Goose Comics, we ain't funny. We're just assholes. So don't vote for us. Vote for actual comedic channels or whatever. Or vote for me. I don't give a shit. That'd be fun too. Anyway, what is up, everybody? How are you doing? Welcome in. Got that off my chest. Comic Journey. I know a lot of people will come up to me or they'll message me. And here's the thing. I had a message today from one of my loved ones that I got to respond back to. He messaged me. He's like, hey, man, did you see What's His Name on What's His Name stream? I'm like, man, I heard about it. I saw it after the fact. But like, here's the shit. Here's the shit. Let me. Here's the shit. People like drama. People like gossip. People like to know what's going on. A little FOMO sometimes, right? If you're missing out on the action or the drama or something like that, right? I ain't got FOMO on no drama. I don't give a shit, right? So where was I going with this? Oh, a lot of people come to me all the time. Yo, man, Comic Journey was talking shit about you, man. What'd you think? Hey, man, Sticky Goose Comics was talking shit about you. What you think? Bro, I don't think anything. I think, fuck yeah. Glad they're talking about us. That means we're somebody. We are somebody, PCP Army, and that makes us feel good here. You know what I'm saying? I still view us as a small channel. People call me the big dog and all that shit, and I appreciate that. But man, I was just on stream with my new best friend, Omar, from Near Mint Condition. Totally my new best friend, y'all. Like, I knew I liked Omar, but after that show we did on Thursday night, like, no, me and Omar are best friends. We like the same movies. We like the same comics. We started reading comics pretty much in very similar ways around the same time. We're nearish the same age. We both like horror movies. Like, that dude's my best friend. And he loves Exorcist 3, second greatest psychological thriller of the 90s, only behind Jacob's Ladder. So come on. Omar's my new best friend. And, we're planning on bunking together in a studio, and I'm just kidding. All right, but no, people ask me that. Last year, I became aware of Comic Journey, for instance, last year, when I was told that people were really upset that I got nominated for Best Hair and Beard or whatever, right? And that's fucking funny to me, right? People take these CBC awards incredibly seriously. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I mean, I take them seriously too. Like, I'm proud of it. Like, people in my life tell me they're proud of me. Like, what is an award? What's an Academy Award? What's a Grammy? And am I comparing the CBC awards to the Grammys or the Oscars? Yes, I fucking am. Because this is the award ceremony for our chosen medium, right? Like, which is comic book YouTube, right? Okay. So to see in some form or fashion, even if it's like the Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards, right? Because people vote in and there's all this drama. People got their thoughts, whatever. You know, it's cool. It's fine. But we only got the one so far. I think CJ has said that he's going to start his own. I doubt I'll get a nomination there. So, but no, I got nothing but love for Comic Journey. I think he's fucking funny. He calls me Jimmy Neutron. That shit cracks me up, dude. That is, like, if I saw a dude who looked like me and I was trying to fucking jive at him, I would call him Jimmy Neutron too. That's some funny ass shit, dude. That's some funny ass shit. It is. Sticky Goose, never met him. I did watch the video. He put that roast video back up. Now, I know there's a lot of outrage about it or whatnot. I didn't watch the entire video. I didn't watch what he said about anybody else. My fucking ass, of course, just goes there and like goes through and like looks to find where I'm at, and I watch what they said about me, and I'm like, damn, they kind of right. No, like, I'm the movie guy. I like movies, you know, and like, honestly, I mean, I love comics too, but yeah, I like movies too. Like, I'm not here for one or the other, but I love the movie reviews. I love the comic reviews, and to be honest with y'all, we get more views out of the movie reviews, but we're pop culture philosophers. The comic books are a slice of what we do here. And what we really do here, whether it's comics, movies, sometimes TVs, whatever the fuck we're talking about, the number one topic and the number one vibe of PCP is dopeness. That's right. We're just the dopest motherfuckers out there, and they don't want to mess with us because we don't ever cuss. That's a fucking lie. All right, we're on one tonight. Let's go. Let's take a look at the chat. But here's the thing. I ain't got drama with any of these fucking YouTubers out there. I ain't. I got nothing but love for anybody who has the balls to get on this platform and do what they fucking do, because I know it ain't easy, right? So don't start fights on my behalf, please. Because I got nothing but love for anybody who puts themselves out like this. It ain't easy to do. Come on, y'all. But I'll tell you this. I think I'm pretty funny. All right, we got Mr. Oli in the house with some turtles, a rat, and some pizza. Oh, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I get it. I understood that reference. I did. We got GTK Comic in the house, the artist formerly known as Jesse. Say what? How are you doing? The Adventurous Joe is in the house. Buddy, how you doing? The Reckoning. We got 9-panel grid. Y'all, here's something I'm even more proud of than the 7 nominations that PCP has dominating the CBC Awards this year. 7 nominations. That's more than last year. Last year we had 6. We won 5, need I remind you. But, now 7 times nominated, so thank you all so much for the nominations. Now it's time to get in there and vote. Let me throw up the link. CBCAwards.org. Go vote there. Then come back or wait till after the show or wait till after Dylan's Horror Show. Whatever. Do you. Ain't nobody here telling you what to do or how to vote. It's not what we're about. But one of the things I'm even more proud of is some of the family, the PCP family that have been nominated. Nick Comic Culture been working hard. He got 3 nominations this year. He'll lose one of them for sure because he's against me. But no, seriously, Nick Comic Culture, super excited about that. 9-panel grid for best new channel and best unknown channel. Come on, Eric is... If anybody knows as much as I do that does weekly comic book reviews that I know of, it's Eric. It is Easy Dick, and he deserves the easy praise, and he deserves those awards. We got Two Gun Pedro nominated for the Blue Wrench Award. That's right, biggest channel supporter. I love all of you. Man, Two Gun Pedro has stepped up so many times for unnecessary reasons. Two Gun Pedro is the shit. So everybody go and vote for Two Gun Pedro. We got our man Fable, 1 collection down, nominated finally nominated for the Community Builder Award. There's nobody out there I know that cares more about the comic book community and building it up and uplifting it than Fable from 1 collection down. So y'all, seriously go vote for him. And we even got our boys Brooks and Jelani nominated for Best Toy Review, Statue Review, Unboxing, whatever the hell. Go Figure Reviews has been nominated. Jelani was so excited he called his parents and told them, y'all. So as serious as you think this shit is, or as dumb as you think it is, this is a grown-ass man who called his parents to say, look what happened. And they said they were proud of him. So that's it, dude. That recognition is great. And I told Jelani, I was like, yeah, we'll try, man. But Jim always wins that one. So good luck. Who else we got in this motherfucker? We got Rogue Collecting in the house. How you doing? We got the Neighborhood Merc in the house. The name changes with an hola. We got Two Gun Pedro. Pew pew. The Blue Wrench of 2024. Right there. Knocking at the door. Saying hello. Give me some more. I'm gonna tell you how to take it slow. And jam out. And rise up. And stay strong. And go along. Hit the bong. I thought I was running out of that like 3 lines ago. I just puttered out. You know what I'm saying? That's what happens. Eddie is in the house. Station. One and all, hope everyone had a good week and read a lot of good comics. Just finished Fatale by Brubaker and Phillips today, and it was phenomenal. That's great stuff. Like 40s noirish Lovecraftian. I do believe they have like a paperback compendium or something like that with the whole series together, or you can just get the individual graphic novel trades. Fantastic stuff. Fatale might be my favorite Brubaker and Phillips collaboration, honestly. It might be. I have to really think about that. I haven't read all of Criminal, though. But do we count Criminal individually as different graphic novels? Do we count it as a series? I guess we count it as a series. Fatale's a series. Fatale's good. Fatale's good, but like Fatale is really good. Fatale is really fucking good, y'all. Rogue Collecting says, congrats on the CBC Awards nominations, Rockin Robbie. Well, thank you so much. Thank you for your nomination. So let's bring this up. We have been nominated for 7. For the first time tonight, let's bring up the CBC Awards. We've been nominated for 7. Favorite channel in our subcategory. That's cool. That's really cool. Nominated for Comic Book Community Channel of the Year. Nominated for Best Ongoing Series with the Weekly Comic Book Review. By the way, Channel of the Year and Best Ongoing Series, we won last year, so we're defending that title. Best Comic Book Review. This is the 3rd year this award is in existence, and we have won the previous 2. So let's make it the hat trick, y'all. Best Comic Book Review. We were nominated for that. We were nominated for Best Collaboration for the Monthly Comic Book Review, which we are defending that title as well. By the way, the Monthly Comic Book Review is this Friday. It's on a Friday again, 6 p.m. Central Time. I believe it's me, Nick, Eric, Stu, maybe Stu and Greg. I think, am I thinking about last month? Anyway, Monthly Comic Book Review is this Friday. Switching that up from Thursdays to Friday. We'll see how that goes. All right. So, favorite channel, Community Channel of the Year, Ongoing Series, Best Comic Book Review, Collaboration, Best Community Hangout Live Stream for Rockin Robbie Live. That's the one I really, really want to win. I want to win them all, but we really want to win that one. The other one is the Most Comedic Content Creator. I did not get the nomination for Best Hands. I was really, really hoping to go toe-to-toe, or should I say finger-to-finger, with Comic Journey this year for Best Hands, but it's just not going to happen. So I'm nominated for Most Comedic Content Creator. Freaky Loki is nominated for that one. He's the only other one on there that I'm aware of. I don't know who the first dude was, like a bunch of words or some shit like that. I don't know who he is, so he may be funny. Vote for one of them two. Like I said, do not vote for me, Comic Journey, or Sticky Goose. We are not funny. We're just assholes. So there you go. But I have a lot of strong opinions. So take it with a grain of salt. Anyway, thank you, Rogue Collecting. Rogue Collecting says Two Gun for mayor. You got my support. You get my endorsement, Two Gun. CTA Frank is in the house. Do you remember when who was it? CMA Thunder? We used to come in the chat all the time. I miss him because I would always sing Garth Brooks when he showed up. And now I feel like I can't do it unless he shows up. It's just the way I feel. Yeah, no hands nomination robbed. I know. I'm just kidding. Let somebody else have fun with that one this year. I thought we might be controversy free this year until I got nominated for Most Comedic Content Creator along with CJ and Sticky Goose. So that's cool. I guess I know who Sticky Goose is now, so that's neat. I guess he knows who I am. I don't think he watches the channel, really. What's up, William? William says, got my votes in for PCP and Two Gun. Hell yeah. Y'all, seriously, vote for Two Gun, vote for Fable, vote for Eric, vote for Nick, except for Best Comic Book Review, vote for me. Stu, what is up? Station Robbie, congrats on all the nominations, brother. Hope everyone's having a great weekend. I hope you're having a great weekend. I've had a good weekend. Let's see. What do we do? The weekend starts Friday. What do we do Friday? Friday, Thursday night, I had Near Mint Condition on, Omar from Near Mint Condition. We're now making plans for me to appear on his channel for one of his streams coming up, so that's going to be exciting. Then Friday, I did the show with Joe Casey. The first time I had Joe Casey on, I was a bundle of nerves because I've been a fan of his for literally decades. This time was way easier, way cooler. We had a great conversation on Friday. Friday night, then Friday I went to Spirit Halloween, had some lunch with my girlfriend and a friend, and we went to Spirit Halloween. I got some stuff to show off and show and tell from my Spirit Halloween trek. Then we went to karaoke on Friday night, stayed out way too late. Me and my girlfriend both got hungover on the next day. I had to go to work and do the monthly comic book order. So that was fun. After that, I went and hung out with my girlfriend. We watched the McPherson tape, which is like the first found footage film about like a UFO abduction from like 1988, 1989, something like that. Found out about it through my research on Paranormal Activity. And I went and rented it from a video store, actually. And we'll talk more about that as tonight. And watched it. Then we rewatched Curse of the Werewolf because my girlfriend had never seen it. Totally fell asleep in it. And then today I went and saw The Crow and did a little grocery shopping. So it's been a good weekend. I was a little hungover on Saturday morning, though. I'll be honest with you. Karaoke can do that, though. How was your weekend, Stu? What'd you do? And we get Billy Power Max in the house. What is up, my man? Fable is here. One collection down with the station. Congrats on all the noms. Thank you. Thank you. Billy says, I want to say, I'm sorry the Acolyte got canceled. I had nothing to do with it. I never even watched the Acolyte. I don't give a shit. Star Wars. Who cares? Two Gun Patriot says, I found a home here at the PCP Army, and y'all have welcomed me with open arms. Nice. Well, thank you for being here, Two Gun. You are a gentleman and a scholar. An officer, a gentleman, and a scholar here in the PCP Army. The Reckoning says, the chat with Omar was great, Robbie. Gracias, always, for the amazing content and energy. Well, thank you so much, Reckoning, for checking us out. Thank you for being involved in the show. Billy says, my favorite is Dracula's deadbeat stepson. You should, is that your next comic book project, bro? I would definitely get behind crowdfunding that one, man. Road Collecting says, I saw Cuckoo in theaters on Friday and it was solid. You should check it out, Rockin Robbie. You think you picked a better movie than me this week? I mean, I'll watch The Crow. Eddie says, that's a great baseball movie. Remember watching it in high school? Billy says, if you think sports aren't rigged, watch 8 Men Out. I mean, that was 1919, brother, though. I mean, but yeah, sports can be rigged. No shit. William says, do you have the Universal Monster Steelbook with Alex Ross art? No, I don't. I got the collection that has it just all in one package, so I did not get the Steelbooks with the Alex Ross art. And I didn't want to, like, quadruple dip on those movies. It's enough having them on VHS and DVD and Blu-ray a couple of times. I always quote, you threw off my groove. Name Changer says, John Goodman, goodness, The Emperor's New Groove. That's a great one. Eddie says, this is the best community live stream. Fuck yeah, dude, you're right. See, you understand. You understand. You get it. You understand. Will there be mail-in votes? No. No mail-in votes. Name Changer says, not gonna lie, I'm not gonna vote. Fuck yeah, that's fine. You talking about the CBC Awards or the presidential election? Either way, I don't care. But if you're not voting for the CBC Awards, but you are voting for president, maybe you should write in Rockin Robbie Live. What's up, PJ? How you doing? Hey, we got a super chat. Ian. I'm not familiar with ever getting a super chat from him. Usually it tells me if it's somebody's first. We got $6.99 Canadian dollars. Love the show, man. Great community hangout and much needed every week. Well, thank you so much. Oh, we left all this on? I'm going to surprise y'all. Act like you don't know that the Hellboy song's about to happen. Okay? Hey, yo. Let me tell you about this little man I know. His name is Hellboy. He was sent to the earth some long time ago to save it or destroy. Brought to this earth by Rasputin, son of a demon and a nana who had a sex with the demon, but was raised by Professor Broom, and now he fights evil and monsters. Shit! Now Now he fights with a man who's a fish named Abe. Now he fights with a fire starter named Liz and an ectoplasmic mess named Johann.
BBRD.
Thank you so much, Ian, for the super chat. We really do appreciate it. It helps keep the lights on here in the PCP studios. It's always so much fun. Eddie says, people will vote how they feel, and obviously they be feeling you, boss. Well, thank you so much. Easy Dick says, not hearing about stupid drama is the healthier choice. Give me blissful ignorance. Name Changer says, Comic Storian is a shoo-in. Yeah, probably. Probably. We can still campaign, though. Come on. Benny was a super cool dude. It's a tragic loss. Eddie says, there is enough evil in the world. I don't understand the need for these negative channels. We need to spread positivity, and that's what you do, Robbie. Well, we will be talking about the Crow movie tonight. Eddie says, I wish I had enough hair to be called Jimmy Neutron. I know, brother. That's what I'm saying. Hey, we got Bueller in the house. What's up, Robbie? Or should I say the goat? Get off of that, dude. You're the fucking goat. You're the goat's balls, dude. How about that, dude? You're even better than the goat. You're the goat's balls. There you go. Love you, Bueller. Thank you for the message you sent me the other day. You didn't respond back when I finally responded back to you, but you know what? It's all right. It's okay. I get it. Out of sight, out of mind. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. Don't worry about it. Fucking leaving me on red. Fuck you. Choco's 26 is here. What is up, my man? How you doing? Hey, there's where I put up the link to the cbcawards.org. I'm going to pin that to the top of the channel. I thank you, Billy, for punching anybody in the face for talking shit about me. I really do appreciate that. I don't care what side of the political aisle they're on. They're all ridiculous to me. PCP 2024 sweep. We'll see, RR Yaga. We got some steep competition this year. Yeah, we get to do the Vote Pedro bit this year. That's actually pretty fucking cool, isn't it? That's like spot the fuck on, dude. I really like that. Just got a notification I need to check. Hold on. Ba-da-dum-ba-dum. I bet my girlfriend needed something. It's goddamn Bueller telling me to fuck off. Oh, man, I love you, Travis. I can't wait to see you again, man. Soon. You're coming down this way soon, right? Nine Panel Grid says, Fable's out here building bridges. You know he is, man. Eddie is subbed up to Nick. Hell yeah. Thank you for throwing out the links out there, buddy. Thor's drinking buddy is here. Says, aye. Cheers from Asgard. Well, here's for Asgard. I'm drinking beer tonight. Wanted a slow buzz to roll into Dylan's horror show tonight, so we decided to go with some beer tonight. Thank you for lying, Two Gun Pedro. Eddie says, yeah, I got the Compendium of Fatale. That's what I picked up. Hell yeah. Kenneth is in the house. What is up, Bumban? Trade Paper Dad is in the house. Wants to congratulate Fable and Easy Dick for their nominations. Who's up for Best Bench Press? Nobody is. Once Reggie kind of retired from the comic book community, there's no reason for it, right? Another CGC scandal? Really? Good thing I don't grade books. What the hell is a sticky goose? What the hell is a pop culture philosopher? Eddie says, was watching Jim's video with Sticky Goose, and I think it helps not just view him as an asshole, but I don't know, I haven't finished it yet. Oh no, when I say Sticky Goose is an asshole, I don't know him. I'm just saying, me, CJ, and Sticky, don't vote for us. We're assholes. We're not funny. See, I put myself in there too. It's a joke. I just explained my own bit. I guess I'm not the most comedic comic book content creator, so there you go. You know what, though? CJ said something on his stream, because he was perplexed that he got nominated as well. He goes, I mean, I know I amuse myself, but I don't think I'm funny. I feel the same fucking way. I feel the same way. Like, I feel like most of Rockin' Robbie Live is just me cracking myself up. But I appreciate the love. I wish you could see all y'all's faces. Would love to see y'all's reactions. I'd probably get a bunch of this. Is he drinking too much? Probably something like that. Bueller says karaoke with Robbie is a blast. Karaoke with you is even more of a blast, my man. Let's go. Rented from a video store? What year is it? Yes, 2024. I rented a video. It's great. Hey, S. Vaughn is here. Congrats on your nominations, my man. I think 2 nominations this year, right? Fuck yeah, well deserved, man. Hey, dude, when you gonna reach out to get me on your channel, man? I feel left out, dude. You're bringing all these fucking scrubs from the PCP Army Bad Batch, and before you even had me on there. I don't understand. Are you trying to do a build up to me? Because right now it's like it seems like it's a letdown. You know what I'm saying? Like, Stu. You gonna have Stu on there? I mean, you had comic tropes, and then you have Stu. You're lucky though. You're welcome. You're welcome, S. Vaughn, because I'm the reason he got a good microphone. So there you go. I'm just talking. That's what I'm saying. Comedic? We talking shits. Is that comedy? I guess it is. I'm cracking myself up. You guys, I better watch out, man. I'm not used to doing Dylan's horror show right after Rockin' Robbie Live, so I'm going to get in this like shit talking mode, and then I'm going to be on Dylan's first show in like a couple months, and I'm just going to be like talking mad shit about it. Julian, what is up? Station, everyone. Evil on Netflix is a good show about investigating demonic possession. If you're into that, I am. I wouldn't say I'm into demonic possession, but I'm into movies about it. I've heard some people mention that one, so I have to check it out. I do have Netflix now again, and I have caught up on Cobra Kai. Oh, I fucking love Cobra Kai so much. This show is so stupid, it shouldn't work. But it works. I fucking love Cobra Kai. It fucking it's the cheesiest, dumbest fucking shit. It shouldn't work. It shouldn't be so transfixing and engaging, but it is. I am a nut for Cobra Kai. An absolute nut. Now I got to get caught up on House of the Dragon. I'm only 1 episode deep so far. Figure Drawing says, speaking of CJ, his stream last night was hilarious. Bueller didn't deserve the wackiness. Oh, what happened? Did Bueller show up and some shit happen? Was that where that clip fucking happened? I saw a clip, I think Circumstances put it up today, of somebody said that Bueller was like a little bitch or something like that, and like Bueller was like fucking getting pissy about it. What the fuck? Was that last night? I thought that was something they clipped out from years ago. Like a year or 2 ago. No, did that just happen last night? Are you fucking serious? Bueller, spill the fucking tea, man. Spill the fucking tea, Bueller. God damn. You're talking to the goat here, man. Let me know what's going on. Who is that guy even that was calling you a bitch? I don't even know who that is. Weird. Evil Face Bad is in the house. He says, yo, Robbie, you ever seen the TV show from the 80s, Freddy's Nightmares? Yes. One time we illegally downloaded the entire run of Freddy's Nightmares, and bro, they suck, man. I love Freddy to death, but this show, I don't know. Some of the stories don't make sense. Freddy's dialogue be up. Yeah, exactly, dude. It's bad. It's like you like the Friday the 13th show had nothing to do with Jason Voorhees, but it was still like had good episodes, I guess. Enough. That Freddy's Nightmare show was just bad, dude. We tried to make it through. We made it through like a handful of episodes, and we're just like, we're done. We're done. Like, what the fuck is this? Hydrocyclone Comics, what is up? Is this? I don't know who this is. Is this Jay or is it Sean? Isn't it both of you? Or am I got? It is Sean, Anyway, what's up, y'all? How you doing? Who's going to build the award case? Well, I don't need a case right now. I only got 6 awards. But if we get a few more, I mean, we might have to build a case. But right now, they're all up there. I would keep them on, but then if I turn them on, they look cool on a live stream, but then I always forget about them, and then I don't want to have to replace batteries every fucking week by leaving them on. Funk Doctor, yes, I'm reading Helen of Windhorn, and I am loving it. I think it's one of the best Tom King books I've read since Human Target. Though I do like Wonder Woman right now, I love Penguin. Jenny Sparks is off to a decent start. Yeah. There's more good than bad when it comes to Tom King. I know for a while there I was kind of going off my rocker about Tom King. Artist formerly known as Jesse Say What says, it was good to see Omar on PCP last week. Then hell yeah. Robbie for president. A presidential vote for Robbie, says Eric, is a vote for better paper quality in comics. Yeah, and a better smell. Image been killing it with the smell of the week, bro. I'm telling you, they've been killing it. Your thoughts on Star Wars Acolyte being canceled? If you didn't see the show, that tells me all I need to know. I didn't see the show, so I don't really care. I heard it was bad. The only person I know that really enjoyed it was Brooks, and even Brooks was like, "It's aight, it's aight, it's aight." You're the brass ring, Rob. You got to have some build up. Well, thank you so much. How could anybody be mad at Bueller? I remember one time, I saw a stream where Jim Mint was talking about me, and he goes, how can anybody, talk shit about Robbie? Robbie's a great guy. How can anybody talk shit about Bueller? Bueller's, the fucking best person I've ever known. Bueller's amazing. Funny you should say brass. I'm into brass movie. I'm into my brass movie phase right now, and I would love to see Robbie in one. What's a brass movie? Is this something I'm going to regret looking up? Well, there's a movie, Brass, called 1985. That's all I'm seeing. What's a brass movie, y'all? 1923, silent romantic drama. Is that what we're talking about here? Nine Panel Grid says, we need a fake brick wall behind Robbie like the comedy clubs. What's the deal with the tie-ins? What's the deal with the tie-ins? I mean, they say it's an absolute power tie-in, but it doesn't tie into anything, and it's not part of the Wonder Woman story. What's the deal? See, I'm not funny. I'm fucking serious. Now, if I won that one, though, I'd be happy. Billy says, Cobra Kai is freaking amazing. Actually, Billy said Cobra Kia is freaking amazing. I didn't know Kia had a car called the Cobra, but I bet it's awesome. I'm a Honda guy myself. Our Ariaga says Cobra Kai has such a strong Power Rangers vibe. It is, I've said that before. It's like the best season of Power Rangers ever. They don't even have to fucking morph into superheroes and jump into giant robots. It's just, it does have that same fucking vibe. It really, really does. Figure Drawing says Cobra Kai without the great cast and chemistry would be whack. I agree, dude. It's all about those characters. It's all about the way they work together, the way that cast works. You're right. And Figure Drawing, I saw you when I was briefly watching some of Comic Journey stream. I saw you in the chat, and I appreciate your comments. I really do. I don't think I should have been nominated for most comedic content creator either. But you know what? We're going to fucking run with it and make a bit out of it. Billy says, I wish the showrunners for Cobra Kai were in charge of Star Wars. Well, you said Cobra Kia again. Neighborhood Merc says, I finally read Batman Court of Owls and loved it. What do you think about the story? I really do love it. I think that the Snyder and Capullo run on Batman is really good. The Court of Owls is a really, really great story that kind of took something... I don't know. There's a lot of... to me, the best issue was the one where Batman's in the labyrinth and you have to turn the book around and all that kind of shit. So good, but I like the way it finished. Death of the Family was a little bit weak for me. But then 0 Year is really, really good. And then I liked the rest of the run all the way through. So I think that the Snyder Capullo run of Batman has probably been the best Batman run we've had. Probably the best Batman run in the last 15, 20 years. And outside of that, I don't necessarily consider this a Batman run, but it's a Bat Family run. But the James Tynion Rebirth Detective Comics run is really good too. Did I say 20 years? Probably shouldn't say 20. Should probably maybe say 10, because the Grant Morrison run's pretty fucking dope. Figure drawing. Yeah, Brian Beyond Wednesdays called Bueller a pussy a billion times for no reason. Brian was mad that Bueller took down a Neil Adams hates Trump's video from IG. Brian is a bit of a Trumper, so yeah. Wasn't that video about, like, Neil Adams talking about how he doesn't like Trump? That's weird. That's weird. I don't think it's a pussy move to, like, take off a politically charged video. I mean, that's not what Bueller's about. It's not what I'm about. It's not what a lot of us are about. So, like, why? Whatever. That's fucking weird. Bueller, you have my support, my man. Whoever this Beyond Wednesdays guys is, let's go find him. Like, I'll roll up with you in the van. We'll go kick his ass. Let's do it. We'll either kick his ass or we'll get him drunk and high and he'll be our best friend. We'll take him karaoke in. What would you prefer? Evil Face Bad says that Wolverine's Revenge is good. I got 2 different covers. I love you, Greg Capullo. Yeah, love the art. Story was all right. Story's all right. We'll see where it goes. But all we really need out of this is Greg Capullo drawing Wolverine just fucking gutting people. I was a little bit disappointed that the Red Band, the only thing we really got in the Red Band was like 1 extra page with like Omega Red and Deadpool and Sabretooth. We had 1 page, right? 1 splash. And then we got like the dinosaur's guts falling out. And then you got Wolverine more burnt up at the end or whatever. But it wasn't very drastic. Like, Marvel, you're really kind of shitting the bed with this Red Band shit. Everybody keeps asking me my opinion on the Red Band thing. I think it's dirty to... Okay, first of all, I think it's dirty as fuck to put a book in a bag, charge $1 more for a couple extra panels or a couple extra pages that are still PG-13. You know what I'm saying? Not like nothing super crazy. Yeah, Punisher had like decapitated fucking heads in it and nobody fucking bagged that one. So it's a gimmick, and it's a gimmick that they're not actually utilizing properly. Like, if you want to do a Red Band edition, fucking do a Red Band edition. I mean, that was the vibe I got in the first issue of Blood Hunt, but didn't get in the rest of them. But in the first issue of Blood Hunt, at the end, on the regular edition, Doctor Strange gets stabbed through the back by Blade. In the Red Band edition, he gets his ass cut in half and his guts are spilling out everywhere. That's the kind of shit we want. Come on, y'all. William says, I was pissed at Tom King for the Bat-Cat wedding that did not happen, but when I learned what happened behind the scenes, he gets respect. It's a guy named Tinto Brass. All right, am I going to regret looking this one up? Critically acclaimed adult films. Ooh. I'm going to write that name down. Yeah. That looks like art. Watch Longlegs, says Kitten Puke. I didn't really like it. I don't know. I need to watch it again. When I did a review, I didn't even clip it out to do its own review because I felt like I needed to watch that one again. I needed to give it another fair shake. Because I just don't know how I feel about that one, man. I don't. I think it was shot incredibly well. It's got a lot of potential, but like, I don't know. I felt like my girlfriend said it the best. Felt like we were waiting the whole time and then the movie was over. Enjoy your dinner, Eddie Runner. Figure Drawing says, you are funny, but yeah, this isn't a comedy channel. That does not distill everything you do. No, you're right. But thanks for telling me I'm funny. I think I'm just mostly an asshole. Hey, what's up, Blood Splatter Chatter in the house? Just had a show today about Evil Dead, a special pop-up, extra blood. What did you call it? You called it something. I thought it was clever, but not clever enough to remember it. Figure Drunk says, Robbie, yes, the video that was made private was about Neil not liking Trump. Brian was mad because he said Bueller teased re-uploading it or something. It's really weird, and Brian was legit raging. That's so fucking ridiculous. It was so ridiculous. Hey, we got Brian LCS here. Is this the CBC Awards finalist show? It seems like it, bruh. We've already been talking about it. Dude, first of all, Brian, thank you so much for doing the fucking CBC Awards. I was talking to people, man, people take it seriously. Some people don't. We have fun with it here, but at the same time, we do take it seriously, man. Like, people in my life are proud of me for winning these awards. My buddies at Go Figure Review, Bonus Blood. That's clever. That's clever enough that maybe I'll remember it now. But no, Brian, you do a great job because Jelani got nominated for Go Figure Reviews for Best Toy Review or whatever, right? And he was so happy, like, he called his fucking parents, man. Called his parents to tell him, man. It like warmed my heart, dude. So you're doing good work. You're doing good work. Thank you for putting it on. And if I get shit for the awards that I'm nominated for, I imagine you continuously get shit because some people I think it's a grand conspiracy. There's like you and 3 other of the comic book Illuminati are like fucking figuring this out. So anyway, you're doing a great job. And I really appreciate you putting on the awards. And yeah, we're going to keep pushing them because we love it, y'all. And yeah, is it the Oscars or the Grammys? Yes, it is, because it's the awards for this fucking comic book community. So fuck yeah, who cares? Fucking own it, y'all. If you get nominated, enjoy it. If you don't, who cares? If you get nominated for the wrong category, who gives a shit? And if you win, you fucking own it. You own it, and we all deserve it. Like, anybody who's been nominated, anybody who's been a finalist, anybody who's won, we all fucking deserve it, because, and Brian knows what I'm talking about, putting yourself out here on YouTube is not an easy thing to do. It's not. It's not. And a lot of people don't have what it takes to do it. So those of us who do it, I have nothing but mad respect for every single buddy, even if you're an asshole like Comic Journey or Sticky Goose or Rockin Robbie. So there you go. Brian says, it's the best part of the award, seeing the community react in a good way. It's meant to be fun to celebrate the community. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. All right. We're about to get to the DC sneak peek. We got Dylan's Horror Show in an hour. So fuck, we really gotta get going. All right, we're gonna take a quick break. When we come back, the DC sneak peek here on Rockin Robbie Live, the CBC Award nominated Rockin Robbie Live. Go vote, cbcawards.org. Here's your opportunity.
So just, like, tell the story of...
Yeah, right there. Just kind of basically like you were saying the other day.
Start?
More about having fun and about going out and doing this.
I like the show.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's just me.
It's as much about us as it is the paranormal.
Here to find some shit.
The goal is that we're going to try and get abducted by aliens, or at least see if we could see the UFO encounter. So, what do you think's going to happen tonight?
Probably nothing.
Probably
But
nothing.
the best case scenario, man, we get sucked up there.
Yeah, if they'd arrested us, like, what would have happened? Like, we would have gone to jail and had to go to court, and they'd have showed up and looked stupid.
I'm just here to, like, you know, I'm super into, like, the idea of aliens and ultra-terrestrials and shit like that. So I want to see, like, what can we do?
And most people think of them as these nuts and bolts things, these creatures that are coming from another place, but it might not be that way. But we're also looking for this through line, this grand theory. You approach the high strangeness and all that kind of stuff, right? From like a sense of play, a sense of having fun, that's when you see it.
Exactly. And it pops across the sky and it just goes forward steady. It disappears.
Ultimately, we're just going to have to wait and see what happens. You see that? Right there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that moved. Oh! All right, yeah, that was good.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Walking through the woods looking for UFO.
You know, little dude.
Oh my god.
And it's like you point to some random little, like...
What's up, everybody? Welcome back here to Rockin Robbie Live on Pop Culture Philosophers. That's right, the CBC Award-nominated Rockin Robbie Live for Best Community Hangout / Live Stream involving on-the-screen involvement with the community or in the chat involvement in the community, because I see the man out there in the chat right now. Comic Journey, I guess I talked about you enough. Your ears must have been buzzing. You popped up in here, dude. Much love. Excited to see you here. Excited to be to do some cross promotion with you, man. So, Comic Journey, let's talk about this real quick. Comic Journey says, "You are not comedic, damn it. This is not a comedic song. This is not a comedic font." Now that guy's walrus mustache is comedic. Why you gotta do that to my boy Scott? But you're right, dude. He's got like the Mr. Pringle fucking thing going on, dude. I fucking love it. Nah, dude, thank you so much for being here, dude. Much love, man. I've already talked about that, dude. I don't think I deserve to get nominated for that either. But now I want to like dissect that and like, okay, most comedic content creator. Does that mean the person who makes the most comedic content, or does that mean the person who makes content who is the most funny? I don't know. And once again, y'all, go vote for PCP for whatever you want. Really vote for us for Rockin Robbie Live. That's the one I really want to take home. I'd be super proud of that. We've been doing Rockin Robbie Live for years, and I love being nominated in the first year of this category. Go check out Nick Comic Culture. Vote for him. Vote for our buddies at Go Figure Reviews. Vote for Easy Dick 9-panel grid. Vote for Fable. Vote for Two Gun Pedro. And y'all, vote for CJ for best hands. I didn't get the nod for best hands, bruh. You did. More power to you. Let's go and push Comic Journey in. I voted for you. I already did my votes. I voted for you, my man. So just so you know. Most comedic comic book or most comedic content creator, though, vote for one of the two dudes, right? Freaky Loki or the other guy. I don't remember his name, but like me, CJ, and I don't know Sticky. I don't really know CJ either. I don't really know Comic Journey. But me and Comic Journey and Sticky, I think we're just assholes and shit talkers. I don't think we're necessarily comedians. So maybe the other, and I know Freaky Loki, freaking Loki, goddamn, I can't say his name. Freaky Loki is really funny. So, I mean, y'all should maybe do that. I mean, do whatever you want. I'm not going to tell you how to vote or who to vote for, either in this election or the presidential election. So, anyway, happy to see you here, Comic Journey. I'm very much looking forward to being influenced by you at some point soon. So. Though I heard you had some fucking dude on yesterday that has some fucking BS with Bueller, dude. How can you allow anybody to call Bueller a bitch on your stream, dude? Bueller's like the most non-bitch person I've ever met, dude. Bueller's just like, fuck it, I don't give a shit. Anyway, love your work, CJ. I really do. Damn it, that hand award is meant to troll me. I know, that's why I think you need to win it, bro. I'm ready for you to win that fucking award. Come on, PCP Army. Let's get together. I'm going to really campaign for you now, CJ. That's what I'm going to do. Nominate, or he's already been nominated. Vote for Comic Journey for best hands. Come on, y'all. And remember, a win for a Comic Journey for best hands is a win for you and the PCP Army. So... Oh, Ariaga, I'm not getting the sweep this year, man. I'm up against Comic Storian, and I had to vote for Comic Storian as well. It's. I wish Ed Piscor would have gotten a nod. Here's the thing, though, that is sad to me. Benny's never been nominated until this year, so I know that his passing had a lot to do with it, and I'm not trying to discount or undercut the importance of Benny to this YouTube comic book community. It's substantial. I did work with Benny, right? Benny is a super cool fucking dude. It's a tragic loss. Same thing with Ed Piscor. And it's just unfortunate that the recognition and the nomination in this certain awards happened posthumously, right? But no, he definitely deserves it, man. So I had to throw in a vote for him as well, even though I was voting against a homie of mine. So, but no, I don't think we're getting the sweep this year. We didn't get the sweep last year. We lost one to Comics Tropes. So, Comic Journey says, I don't want to win the Clown Award. Oh, man. No, it's all good, dude. I was bragging about how funny you are earlier, actually. If I was you and I was you or me, I would be fucking thrilled if I came up with the Jimmy Neutron bit. I mean, the Jimmy Neutron bit is perfect because, I mean, first of all, yeah, you're right. I even went to my stylist at one point. I was like, can we make this less Jimmy Neutron-like? Maybe I need to go there and do that again. But I thought we had successfully did that, but apparently not. So that's fine. What the fuck was I even saying? I don't even know now. Oh, and also, like, Jimmy Neutron's like one of those things that's like not largely popular, but was kind of popular for a brief time. So it's also like a niche kind of a thing. That's a good bit, man. You know good bits. So there you go. Anyway, welcome back to Rockin Robbie Live. We got to wrap this up in like 45 minutes so I can do Dylan's Horror Show. How are we doing that? All right. Follow Pop Culture Philosophers on Facebook and on Instagram. If you're on Facebook, join the PCP Army, the official Pop Culture Philosophers Facebook group. You can follow me on X over at the Rockin Robbie. You can find podcasts and more at popculturephilosophers.com. You can support the channel with a tip on CashApp at $bills sign RobbieBillz with a Z, RobbieBillz, or over at patreon.com/PCP, like these fine PCP patrons right there, or with the super chat, which will trigger a Joker video and a Hellboy song and might make Dylan wait for me for a few minutes. So, Horror Fest is what's going on right now. Tonight, right after the stream at 9 p.m. Central Time, join me over at Dylan's Horror Show for his return and his debut Horror Fest 2024 episode. We're going to be talking about Alien Romulus. Blood Splatter Chatter is going to continue his Horror Fest involvement with his first double feature. The first double feature of Horror Fest with Happy Death Day and Happy Death Day to You. But tomorrow night, we're going to continue the love of Horror Fest with The Curse of the Werewolf, a 1961 Hammer movie classic starring Oliver Reed. Yeah, not RobbieBillz. It's RobbieBillz. Damn it, I need to watch Alien Romulus. Well, don't watch the Dylan stream because it's going to be fully spoilery. Yep, double header tonight. Not a double feather. Chill out, man. You may be having a double feather night tonight, and I get it after watching those Tinto Brass movies. Everybody deserves a double feather night every once in a while, man. You know what I mean, man? I mean, one feather's crazy enough. 9-panel grid says, RobbieBillz finally got back to me. Super nice guy. Totally understood the mix-up. All right, y'all. DC's got books out this week. Believe it or not, they release on Wednesday now again. But we're still doing it. It's time for your DC sneak peek. All right. So I read these this afternoon. First up, we got the 0 Hour 30th Anniversary Special. First of all, DC, we don't need anybody to remind us how old we are. 30th anniversary of DC 0 Hour? Get the fuck out of here. I feel like it was just yesterday. If yesterday was just 10 years ago. Here's the thing. I think the 90s and the early 2000s are still 10 years ago. And that's just how I live my life. This book was all over the place. It's all right. I guess if you're like the most hardcore of 0 Hour fans, this book is for you. I think there's just one 0 Hour fan. I think it's Dan Jurgens. Now, he wrote this, and there's a slew of talent here. A bunch of talent from the 90s. We've got Daryl Banks, Kelly Jones, Tom Grummett, Norm Rappound, Jerry Ordway, Paul Pelletier, Howard Porter, Dan Jurgens, Brett Breeding, and Ron Mars, also a co-writer on this. And, I mean, who wants this? Final Night is greater than 0 Hour. 0 Hour was a way for DC to try to clean up some stuff that wasn't working for them post-crisis. And 0 Hour alone is just kind of whack, honestly. Like me and Jelani on an episode of Comics Revisited that we did, we covered 0 Hour, and it's not exciting, and neither is this 30th anniversary. I mean, it's all right. It's the story of Kyle Rayner going through. It was just all right. I mean, no, it wasn't even all right. This book wasn't good. This just wasn't good. It wasn't good. It's $10. This book's $10. Don't buy it. Like, if you are like the hardcore 0 Hour fan, first of all, read some better comics. Second of all, check out that one. All right, Absolute Power tie-ins. We get Absolute Power Origins issue number 2. Another really solid issue by John Ridley, diving into who the character of Amanda Waller is and why she's doing what she's doing, and taking us through the history of Amanda Waller in this issue. And some of this stuff is retconny, but also fits in really well. And so this is like the story of how and why Amanda Waller started the Suicide Squad. And it leads right into the very beginning of the John Ostrander stuff, right, from the 80s. And like when I was a kid reading comics, Suicide Squad was one of those books that I was reading. And that's what I became a Deadshot fan because of it. So I really like this. I think the dialogue is really solid. The character exploration is really solid. And the way it kind of fits in to continuity while still retconning things, I think that's pretty solid as well. Then we've got Absolute Power Task Force 7. Issue number 5. This one focuses on velocity. So Amanda Waller has depowered most of the DC universe in this Absolute Power event, and she's done so with the 7 Amazo robots, right? And they each kind of are stand-ins for the Justice League, and there's one for the Flash, and it's Velocity. But this is a really cool issue written by Alex Packnadell that dives into a lot of scientific jargon and a lot of comic book lore and actually makes it work and makes it pop. And in fact, Simon Spurrier, I don't know how much longer he's on the Flash. He kind of brings a lot of stuff to his run and ahead in his newest issue, which we'll talk about here in just a second. But if Cy Spurrier steps off of Flash at any point in the near future, Alex Packnadell is your dude. I think he did a great job here. Pete Woods, I believe, on the artwork. Yeah, artwork's fine. It's good. It's basically Velocity chasing after Barry Allen. That's what it is. All right, then we got best comic book review right here. Is basically Velocity chasing after Barry Allen. Yeah, all right. Then we got Green Arrow issue number 15. Issue number 15 of Green Arrow. Josh Williamson did a great job in the first 12 issues of Green Arrow of just kind of reestablishing the Arrow family and the Arrow network, if you will. And then here, he's now doing the Absolute Power tie-ins before he steps aside for Chris Condon to come in, the guy from That Texas Blood. But if you are worried about Oliver's involvement with Amanda Waller, come on, y'all. You know that he ain't going to be the bad guy by the end of everything, right? We all know this, but this is a good step in that direction. Really cool, exciting, scintillatingly paced issue, in my opinion. Read really, really fast. Then we got Batman Dark Age, issue number 5, the penultimate issue of Mark Russell, Laura, and Mike Allred on the artwork. This is really solid stuff. It's a different interpretation of Batman. It's kind of in line and in the vein of Superman, the Space Age, but a little bit different from a different perspective. I'm still trying to figure out, and maybe I need to reread Space Age, but I'm trying to figure out, is this in the same reality? Like, is this happen concurrently with the events of Space Age, and do I need to try to figure out how that ties together? But other than that, we've seen plenty of interpretations of Batman and the Batman origin and the Batman mythology and the Batman lore and the Batman story, right? But we don't usually have it in a quirky, wonky, and different kind of way like we do here. This is actually really solid stuff, and it's building up, right? The final battle against Ra's al Ghul, and that's how I'll always say it, Ra's al Ghul. But Batman Dark Age, it's Mike Allred, it's Laura Allred on the artwork. I'm always going to check out their books and recommend them because their artwork is splendid. Let me find you a really great splash right there. Look at that. Gorgeous stuff. Gorgeous stuff. It's all coming to a head here. All right. Then we got Batman Off-World issue number 5. Man, this book's been a while coming, and it's hurt the book. The delay has hurt the book. Now, knowing that Doug Mahnke at work does kind of get habitually late. His Swamp Thing Green Hell book was late. This one has had a long gap between issue 4 and 5, and I don't know when issue 6 is coming. And it was all right. The art felt a bit rushed, even though it took forever to do it. Now, I don't know what's going on, if anything's going on with him personally, but there's some really good moments. But it's Batman in space. He's in over his head. He's learning that lesson the hard way. It's still a good, solid comic, but the delay in the shipping schedule has really affected enjoyment on this book. And that's a quick way to turn a book into a trade weight. Then we got Hellblazer Dead in America, issue number 8. Cy Spurrier is doing a great job of taking a Hellblazer comic and making it feel like a Hellblazer comic. It feels like the 90s Vertigo stuff. It feels like the 80s Vertigo stuff. It feels like Jamie Delano. It feels like Garth Ennis. It feels like Paul Jenkins. It feels like Brian Azzarello. It feels like that kind of thing. It has a lot of vibes with the Brian Azzarello run, because in the Brian Azzarello run, Superman. I almost said Superman. That would have been a mistake. That would have cost me all 7 CBC award nominations. But Hellblazer Dead in America is a really great throwback to like that 90s Vertigo Hellblazer type stuff. And I really like the way that, kind of like the Azzarello run, it's about Constantine kind of going through America, and you kind of get this certain perspective on America from an outsider's eyes and through the eyes of the ultimate outsider and magician with John Constantine. And really loving this book. Think it's great. The art in this one is not Aaron Campbell. It's Lisandro Esterin. Really like his work. He was the artist on Redneck with Donny Cates, for instance. And it works, and it's really cool stuff. But basically, this one is John Constantine going into hell, try to wrap everything up, and go save Swamp Thing. Good comic book reviewer here. All right, then we got Flash, issue number 12. Not the end of the Cy Spurrier run. I don't know how much longer we got, but the story is definitely coming to a head, and that's what's happening here, is the family is reuniting. As we see right there, the Flash family reunited. Everything's coming to a head. Lots of crazy high concept, timey-wimey ideas have been played with here by Cy Spurrier. He's really good at like magic and high concept sci-fi type stuff. And these two books are proof of it. The Flash has been a challenging read at times. So has the Hellblazer run, but they've both been rewarding. And this one is really bringing everything to a head. And so is this one. So right now, Cy Spurrier is building a lot up in his two ongoing-ish books over at DC. Then we got Zatanna Brings Down the House, issue number 3. Story-wise, probably the weakest issue of the series. It just really this one just really kind of focuses in on what actually is going on. So there's a lot of exposition here, but the exposition doesn't get clunky or anything because of the amazing artwork by Javier Rodriguez. The artwork is insane. If you like work of like Trad Moore, if you like interesting, innovative kind of techniques with mainstream books, even if it's a DC Black Label, definitely check this one out. And I just want to spoil that bit right there. That's a creepy-ass bunny. It's a scary-ass bunny. The artwork is super awesome. It's the best part of this book. But this was a really solid issue, but probably not as exciting as the previous couple issues. I don't want to show you anything else and spoil it. The art is super solid. The story is pretty good. We'll see how it develops and where it goes. Then we got a contender for cover of the week right here by Evan Cagle. This is Detective Comics 1088. We are at the end of Ron B's Detective Comics run, which has been a giant, sweeping, operatic, tragic romance that broke down who Batman was and rebuilt him from the ground up to make him even better. And now you have all the villains kind of helping him out, and it's all coming to the climax. This is the finale, part 1. I believe there's only one more issue left in this run, and all of the pieces, everything that even felt like it was some kind of a desperate element just seated there by a backup story by Alex Packnadell or Dan Waters or something like that. It all comes here. They broke down the Bat. He re-resurrected himself. Re-resurrected? Yeah, sure. Batman's died and come back before. He has re-resurrected himself and built himself even stronger. This has been amazing. I believe there's one more issue left, and it's all coming together. Even all these random elements, they're all coming to a head. And then, Nice House by the Sea, issue number 2. Nice House by the Lake. Or on the lake. This is by the sea. That was on the lake. Nice House on the Lake was an all right book that was very compelling at first and kind of lost me. But I feel like some of that may have been because of the delays in the production schedule. So yeah, there's that. So the first issue of Nice House by the Sea, it was a different cast of characters. I was on board. I thought the characters were stronger. There was a big twist at the end. The twist was that it's connected to the previous volume, right? And this one shows the characters at the end of Nice House on the Lake, their journey from the end of that to the end of the last issue. It was a step down for me because once again, I'm like, wait, who the fuck are these people now? And here's the thing. Is the onus for that on James Tynion IV and the creative team, or is the onus on that for me? Do I need to actually go through and reread Nice House by the Lake to truly appreciate Nice House by the Sea? Maybe. Possibly. I don't know. That being said, I loved and was regaled by issue number 1. Issue number 2 let me down just a little bit, but that also could just be because of me. So to recap, 0 Hour 30th Anniversary sucks. Absolute Power Origins was really solid. Absolute Power Task Force 7, Alex Packnadell for The Flash after Cy Spurrier, please. Green Arrow, a scintillatingly paced Absolute Power tie-in. Batman Dark Age, a really cool, quirky, and wonky, and kind of kooky interpretation of the Batman mythos. Batman Offworld was good, but it's being plagued by this delay. It's going to hinder your enjoyment. Hellblazer, Dead in America, and The Flash, Cy Spurrier really bringing a lot of his runs to a head right now. Zatanna bringing down the house. Great art, a decent story. We'll see where it goes. Detective Comics 1088. I believe this is the penultimate issue of Ron V's run that I think is going to be evergreen and amazing to read all in one sitting, if you so have the patience. And then Nice House by the Sea, issue number 2, took a step down because it went back too much to the characters in the first one, which I don't remember, so I don't know if that's James's fault or if it's my fault, but it's somebody's fault. I didn't enjoy it as much. And sometimes you don't enjoy a book because it's your fault. So anyway, that has been your DC sneak peek. Boom, there you go. All right, we got like 30 minutes. We got the Crow review, and we got show and tell. We can do this. Can't wait for Chris Condon to take over Green Arrow's 9-panel grid. Derek says, I just watched Alien Resurrection, and man, Ron Perlman has the best one-liners, and that's probably the best part of the movie. Billy says, just watched RoboCop the other day for the first time in years. Amazing movie. I agree. You should check out the PCP Movie Night review that we did for Horror Action Fest just like a month or two ago. CNSS84 says, why do they keep building houses near bodies of water if bad stuff keeps happening there? Because there you go. All right. I'm going to ask you out there in the chat. This Crow movie review that I'm about to do, should I do it with spoilers or without spoilers? I'll wait for your response. Should we do it with spoilers or without spoilers? I don't think the spoilers are going to change anything. But I'd like to dive into some of the differences between the comic and the previous movies, but in particular the Brandon Lee one. I'd like to dive into some of the differences in the plot. Name Changer says, not going to see The Crow, so spoil it. That's 1 for spoil. Start a poll here. First 1 to 5 votes. Spoil, don't spoil. We got 1 for spoil. What do y'all think? Spoil The Crow or don't spoil The Crow? And basically, the spoilers will involve the villain's motivations. Ariaga says, spoil, not going to watch it. Let me ask you another question. Why are you not watching this movie? If you have decided you're not going to watch this movie, why? Why? Why have you decided not to watch this movie? I want to know. Chill Out Man says, I don't mind spoilers. That's 3 for spoilers. No votes for no spoilers. Derek says, spoil it up. 4 for spoil. Once again, the spoils aren't major. They're just involving the villain's motivations. Bum, bum, dum, bum, bum, dum. All right, somebody help me out too. So the lady that plays Shelly, FKA Twigs. It's not like Fika or Faka or nothing like that. It's like her name is FKA Twigs. Is she an artist or something? Yeah, she's a British singer-songwriter and actress. Not familiar with her, but this is my first look. Do 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 no no. Boom boom ba ba no no. What's up, Bobby? How you doing? It's not going to be the same as the first. It never is, says Chill Out Man. What spoilers? We all read the book, says William. All right, guess we're spoiling it. 9-panel grid says, The Crow remake could never live up to the greatness of the OG soundtrack. Is that a legit reason to skip the new one? Why not? We'll talk about it here in just a second. But I would not call this Crow a remake. I would call this Crow another adaptation of James O'Barr's work. Hydra Asylum Comics says, why don't you take what you want from me? Why don't you take what you want from me? Take what you need from me. Take what you want and go. I listen to that song a lot now. It's part of my Spotify rotation. Was Crow Salvation any good? No. I love the Brandon Lee Crowler and I love the Brandon Lee Crow and didn't like the trailers. All right. I got to take a whiz. So quick break and we'll come back with the Crow spoiler review and show and tell, and then we're going to wrap up just in time for Dylan's horror show. I'll be right back here on Rockin Robbie Live.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life. I never miss, that's fact. Taking big swings, bitch, hand me the bat. Put me in the ring, you'll go out in a bag. Cause I sing what I mean and I bring it to the mad light. Ain't got time to kill, I got time to feel. I took the red pill, I know life's short so I wanna live real. But how's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? Supposed to feel. They wanna say my name, but they holding back. They wanna say they hate, but they know it's cap. I ain't play no games, I just do that's fact. And I don't feel no shame, it's a mood you lack. I go crazy, nah bitch I ain't lazy. Track after track, I work on the shit daily. Pass me the jack, right as fuel, got me hazy. About to unpack all these dreams I've been chasing. I've got visions in my head, like memories after death. To be a legend instead of something you can forget. I'm living up every breath, I'd rather lead than be led. I'll fill the seats as I spread with every word that I've said. How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel?
Movies across 3 channels, the bloodiest, most transgressive horror fest lineup yet. Bloodiest, most transgressive horror fest lineup of all time, and it all kicks off on August 19th. All right. First of all, before we get into this, Eric, I will not have anybody in any kind of way, even slightly, talking shit about Joy Division. Okay, so yeah, we got Dead Souls by Nine Inch Nails in the original movie. We do, right? We 100% do. And it's great. But Nine Inch Nails didn't do it better than Joy Division. Joy Division is like one of the GOATs out there. And Ian Curtis, unfortunately, wasn't there to make it through. But then Joy Division eventually died and gave way, rebirthed in a sense, and gave way to New Order, one of my favorite bands of all time. That being said, There you go. All right, we're going to do a spoiler review of The Crow. Let me record this because we're going to clip this out. It's easier to clip them out when I record. All right. Bill Skarsgård, FKA Twigs, I guess is how you're supposed to say that. Danny Huston. Those are the names I need to know. And Rupert Sanders, who directed this movie, who did Snow White and the Huntsman, Ghost in the Shell, and The Crow. All right, y'all. Are you ready for authenticity? Check, check. Check, check. Oh, something weird just happened with my audio. Oh, fuck. I'm hearing my audio echoed in my fucking shit now. Do y'all hear that? Do y'all hear that? Let me know. That's going to fuck me up. That just happened. Check, 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 check. Oh, yeah. God damn it. Do y'all hear the echo? Let me know. Somebody let me know. I'll just turn off the fucking headphones. Check, 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 check. All right. Now I can hear. No echo there. Okay, that's good, but that was going to fuck with me, so we don't want you to... It's like Houston. Oh, it's Angelica Houston's half-brothers. Thank you so much, Jay. Houston. Danny Houston. I've seen him before. All right, cool. Thank you, the Glock. All right. Here we go. Y'all can still hear me? Yeah, y'all can still hear me. I don't need the headphones. All right, here we go. It's like hearing myself, man. All right. I did some tweaking with the audio. Has the audio been better tonight, y'all? Let me know. Has the audio been louder than it has been lately? Why do I wear the headphones? Y'all need to see all this glorious hair. Oh, it flattened it a little bit up there. Nine Panel Grid says, Joy Division Erasure is not humorous. Apologies, Robbie. I put the award at risk. No, my vote's already in for you, so you're fine. They keep calling me. The cool thing is that Dead Souls is one of the names of a chapter in the original era James O'Barr Crow book. Is the audio better though? I would just want to, let me know. Y'all are a little bit behind me. I think YouTube keeps forcing ads in. I think if we had more super chats, they wouldn't do that because it's been like, I don't know. I don't know how YouTube's fucking shit works. They want to make money. I'll tell you that. If they can't make money through super chats, they're going to make money through advertisements, 100%. Even though I've got it set for balanced, I have to keep pushing the button to tell it not to do fucking ads. Is the audio gotten better tonight than it has been typically, y'all? Somebody please let me know. 20 minutes till Dylan's horror show. Fuck, we gotta wrap this up. I was like, yeah, I'm sure I can do a Rockin Robbie live under 2 hours. What the fuck what was I thinking, dude? I've been talking so much shit tonight, I'm ready to go talk some shit on Dylan's horror show. That is a good song. I'm waiting for somebody to tell me what they think about the audio tonight. Whatever. Oh, we're good. Okay, whatever. Just fucking go. All right. It's time to talk about The Crow. All right, here we go. Y'all ready? All right, everybody, and now we're going to do a movie review. We're going to be talking about a movie that a lot of people have been talking shit about, the 2024 The Crow. Directed by Rupert Sanders, starring Bill Skarsgård, FKA Twigs, and Danny Huston. Very excited to talk about this. I watched it today, and I got some thoughts. So let's dive into The Crow. All right, The Crow. This is a re-adaptation of the graphic novel by James O'Barr, which I'm a huge fan of, right? And I would never have called myself a fan of any Crow movie until recently. When I rewatched the 1994 Brandon Lee Crow, which I did like and appreciate, but I wasn't necessarily a super fan of. but I rewatched it on a Patreon exclusive live stream. It's available on our patreon.com/PCP. You go there, you can watch along with the movie with me, and it unlocked a joy for this movie. And to be honest, this is a movie I was really excited about. When the Crow trailer first dropped for this Bill Skarsgård version, a lot of people were talking shit, and I agree, because the look of the Crow seemed very Jared Leto, Joker-esque, and I wasn't necessarily on board with that. But there were elements of that trailer that I really liked, including the Post Malone song, which blew my mind that I'm such a fan of that. But apparently I am. But a lot of reviews have come out, and they've been very negative about this movie, and I'm just going to go ahead and get this out of the way. This movie is not nearly as bad as people are telling you. Now, I'm not saying it's good. What I'm saying is it's not nearly as bad as people will lead you to believe. First of all, the thing to know about this movie, and there will be some slight spoilers in this movie, but we all know the story of The Crow. It's about Eric Draven and his girlfriend Shelley. They are murdered senselessly by a group of people. She dies, he dies, but he gets resurrected as this spirit of vengeance named the Crow, and he has to go out there now and rectify vengeance and justice on everybody responsible for their murders. So that's not really a spoiler, but I will be spoiling some of the, I guess, nuanced ways that this movie dives into a different pool than the original 1994 Brandon Lee film and from the James O'Barr graphic novel. First thing it does is it really builds up the relationship between Eric and Shelley. That is what this movie does very, very well. Bill Skarsgård and FKA Twigs and Skarsgård do a great job of making me fall in love with their love story. The entire first act of this film, and even the first bit of Act 2, is all focused on them and their love story. And Bill Skarsgård plays this version of Eric Draven. It's a little bit different. You know, he's still a kind of a poet. He still has his issues, but like, we saw a little bit, or we got to know a little bit of Eric's life pre-Shelley, but not really in that graphic novel. So this is something that the filmmaker is bringing in that's a little bit different from that original novel and from the original movie. Once again, don't look at this as a remake of the Crow movie. Look at this as a new adaptation of James O'Barr's work. The lady that plays Shelley is really good too. So I think Bill Skarsgård and Twigs, they're both really good in their roles. They really lean into the drug aspect of things. Now, I know that Heroin Chic was a little bit involved in The Crow, but I don't remember The Crow story, the original. I'm talking about the original James O'Barr one. I don't remember it really focusing in on drug use so much, but their love story really works for me. Now let's get to the look. They really do a great job of building up the love story and the tragedy, so that when it happens, it's really abrupt, and you feel like you're in this romantic movie, and then all of a sudden it gets interrupted. And then they lean into this Crow stuff. The look of the Crow on screen doesn't look right? The tattoos, it's very Jared Leto. I'll tell you what, in the movie, it doesn't bother me, and it actually makes a little bit of sense. Like, I'm not saying they go out of their way to explain the tattoos, but they do talk about them. But it's not that big of a deal in it, but it does, to me, kind of... There's a bit about the tattoos that really is important to this movie. And it's about a shared tattoo that Shelley and Eric have. I really bought the love story between Shelley and Eric here. I thought they had great chemistry, and I was down for it. I was down. And then the murder happens. He becomes the Crow. I'll be honest with y'all. In the movie, the look looks just fine. But most of the movie, even post his resurrection, is just him kind of like bumbling around, not really knowing what to do, because Eric Draven is not a vengeful killer. He's not John Wick. He doesn't have this like this lineage or this like memory of like how to inflict pain and be a badass and fight and all that kind of shit. So most of the movie, he's just kind of bumbling around trying to enact this path of vengeance. And at one point, he actually fails in the movie. And then he has to make a big decision that leads to him being the Crow that we know. That's when he gets the superpowers. They literally blow up his muscles and shit, but it's actually a cool scene. And it's dumb, but at the same time, it's not bad. Yeah, a movie can be dumb, but not bad. This movie's a little dumb at times, mostly in the second half of the film, but it's not bad. I don't think it's a bad movie. I really don't. And when he does adopt the look of the Crow, it works. It works. And it's bloody. The eye makeup, the lip makeup, like it all seems to work for me. They don't over-explain it, but it's explained just enough that it does not work for me, and it feels very tragic, and it adds an aesthetic sensibility to it. In the third act, though, when he does his big thing of vengeance, the third act's where it starts faltering for me. He goes on this very bloody and very violent tirade during an opera, and the music in the film is 2024 goth, I guess I would say. I'm not saying that it touches a candle to the Joy Division inspired music from like Nine Inch Nails and The Cure that we get in the original Crow soundtrack. Dude, that Cure song, Burn, that's one of the best songs in a comic book movie of the 90s. But I feel like this movie, I don't know. So there's a moment, so when they're doing the big opera fight, they're doing the opera music, and it just tonally throws me out of it. Like, the violence is cool, and I'm ready for it, but I really wish I had more of that more modern, gothy kind of music there, right? Then we got the villains. The main villain is Danny Houston, Angelica Houston's brother, if you didn't know. But, like, so instead of just being, like, a random... So James O'Barr, I've met James O'Barr a couple times. I did a panel with him earlier this year. The whole movie, the whole story of The Crow, not the movie, but the whole story of The Crow, is because he lost the love of his life and he couldn't get over it. And he was just filled with anger and rage over it, right? And it was by a drunk driver. It is more of a random act of violence in the comic and in the 1994 movie. In this one, it is very much a plot. This dude has been keeping himself alive for centuries with a pact he has with Satan where he sends innocent souls to hell instead of his. Shelley is one of these people picked. And he has got this like demonic voice that he can use to like make people do things. It's kind of like Jesse Custer in Preacher, but if he says something in a certain tongue or whatever, you're going to do it. And it throws out the randomness of the violence, which leads to the depression. Now, Bill Skarsgård does a really great job of portraying this depressive Eric Draven and his path to this vengeance and the pacts that he makes to go about this this path of vengeance, right? There's a lot about this movie I like, and I think this movie has a lot of promise. And it really builds up the character of Eric Draven beforehand. And the look doesn't bother me. It actually fits in the movie. Shelley is great in this movie. Bill Skarsgård is great as Eric in this movie. They really build up this love story so that when the tragedy happens, you feel it. But the biggest problem to me in this movie is that third act. When he finally becomes the Crow. So he comes back from the dead. Spoilers once again. He comes back from the dead and he's promised by this dude, if you go and kill them all, you will save Shelley and you will both be alive. The only thing you have to do is you will never die as long as your love remains true. Then he finds out some shit about Shelley's past that causes him to doubt. He gets boom, boom, shotgun blasted, and he dies again. So he dies 2 times in this movie at this point, right? He goes back to this dude. He goes, what happened? He's like, you failed. Your love didn't stay strong. You had doubt. It's over. Now you're dead. Good luck. And he goes, what if I trade my soul for hers? And he says, all right, you can bring her back. You take her place in hell. Because the idea is that this Danny Houston character is sending all these innocent young people to hell instead of him. So he's like, if I kill this dude, trade my place in hell. Because he's like, at this point, and I like this, that he actually fails in his mission of vengeance. They're like, nope, you didn't have what it takes. Sorry, kid, but she's dead. Your eternity will be fine, but she's in hell. And it's over. He says, what if I trade my spot? You go kill this dude, because this dude sending all these souls to hell, right? That's an imbalance, because he should be in hell. Whatever. We never really find out who this dude is. I guess he's just the spirit of the crow. He's not an angel, he says, but I don't know what he is. Maybe he's God. I don't know. It's interesting. And then, so they do this whole bit, and he promises, I will go and wreak vengeance and trade my soul for hers. So then, they actually give him fucking superpowers, and his muscles actually balloon the fuck up, and Bill Skarsgård is fucking looking good, dude. He's like jacked, he's lean, he's super lean and more jacked. I don't know if he actually was thin and then built up and beefed up and they did that, or if they were CG in any kind of way. I don't know. If there was CG, it's not bad, right? It's pretty decent if there's CG. So then he comes back and he's actually the crow and he's like unstoppable, super powered, boom, boom, boom. But they just kind of undercut it with like the opera music. Like, I get what they're trying to do, but it doesn't work and it doesn't fit the goth take or approach. And it feels a little weird and it kind of takes you out of the movie. So honestly, what I would say about the movie is this. I don't think it's a bad movie. I think it's an all right movie. I think it's okay. It's got some problems. It's clunky in the second act. And the other thing is, once again, spoilers, he fulfills his mission of vengeance, right? He goes to hell in Shelley's stead. Shelley comes back to life. That's a big difference. I don't know how I feel about that. Would I have rather had a more direct interpretation of the graphic novel? Yes. Is that what we got? No. Are we stuck with what we got? Yes. And will I tell you this? Is this the second best Crow movie we've ever got? Oh, for fucking sure. And people are going to be out there right now. They're going to tell you this movie is shit and it's bad and don't watch it. That's not the case. The soundtrack is good. Now, it ain't the 90s soundtrack, but I'm a 90s kid. I ain't a 2020s kid. But I liked the music in this movie. I liked the pacing in this movie. I just feel like it got a little clunky towards the end when they, I think, misused the opera soundtrack for the final act of the movie. But it's got some interesting elements to it. I believed in the love story between Eric and Shelley in this movie. I think that Bill Skarsgård did a fantastic job with what he did. It's not his fault they put the wrong song during like his most bloody moments of the movie. And I get that they're trying to do something different there, but it just didn't quite land for me. It's got some very violent and brutal moments. I don't think Shelley should have been brought back, but it's too happy of an ending, even though he damns his soul to hell. I don't know. But there's a part of me that likes this movie. There's a part of me that likes this movie. And this movie is not going to do well. And a lot of people are telling you it sucks. And I'm here to tell you, it's not a good movie, but it's not as bad as people are leading you to believe. This is a movie I highly encourage you. Wipe away all of your love of the 1994 Brandon Lee classic movie and embrace more of the James O'Barr nature of it and see how they reinterpret that. I don't like the twist with the villains being like more heinous. I like the villains being more random. You know, like it's just a random murder they did because violence is in their nature. I'd rather that. I don't like that. I don't like the decision made in the bloodbath at the end with the music. I don't like that. But aside from that, I'm plugged into this movie and I'm liking it. So out of 5 possible you digs, I'm going to tell you that The Crow is 3 out of 5 you digs. Not bad, but not good. Somewhere in between. If you've watched The Crow, if you dared to watch it, Let me know what you think in the comments down below. That's my thoughts. Not as bad as people will lead you to believe. Not good, but not bad. Second best Crow movie of all time. I will say that. I'll stand by that. All right, there we go. Oh, fuck. Dylan's Horror Show is supposed to start in 3 minutes. All right. Show and tell. All right, for show and tell, I got... There it is. I rented the McPherson tape from a video store. I'm going to cut together a promo to put here, but the McPherson tape. I got this from Big Mix Video. It's in Huntsville, Alabama, 309 Dallas Street. Huntsville, Alabama. He's got over 18,000 movies available to rent. It's a homie of mine. I went to see his shop for the first time on Friday, and I'm glad I did. He's doing the Lord's work. He's got some really great stuff. Y'all go check out Big Mix Video if you're in the area. So fucking good. When I was there, he hooked me up with this book, 101 Films You Could See Before You Die, a film guide for the disenchanted by Billups Allen. No recommendation. It says in the back here, these are movies reserved for turning on the television late at night or going to the movies with a friend on a rainy day. The films in this book are a mixed bag. Some are lost classics. Others have interesting elements, but all of them deserve a look or not. You'll be okay either way. So not only does my homie run a video store in my town where he's got 18,000 movies to rent, whether it's anime, television, comedy, drama, fantasy, sci-fi. If you like horror movies, he's all about it. He's got a Vinegar Syndrome fucking section. He's got a section of movies that are hard to watch because they're so gnarly. He's got a director spotlight. He really loves movies. He's one of my homies. And y'all, check out Big Mix Video. All right, and then I bought this. I got it in. The Blade series. We always talk about Blade, the movies, the two awesome movies they did. But the Blade TV series with Sticky Fingers is way better than people remember. I went to my first Spirit Halloween journey this week, and I got this cool, like, wooden Elvira thing. I put it in my living room, so it's got a spot in my living room now, but how dope is that? And I bought this hockey jersey. I don't own a hockey jersey, but I saw this first thing when I walked into Spirit, and I had to get it. Spent too much money on it, so super chats are welcome. But it's a Jason hockey jersey. You'll probably see a lot of these running around because it's at Spirit Halloween. There is show and tell, and now it is time for your official Final Five. All right, going through my DVD collection. There's the Fantastic Four series from the 2000s. It's kind of got this like anime style, but I got the whole series on DVD. I've never watched every episode. I have the 90s series too, but it's at my store it's at the shop. Fast Times at Richmond High, one of those rare ones that's like a monumental milestone-y movie in my life, and I still only own it on DVD, so I need to get the Blu-ray of that. Then we got Flash Gordon. We covered this on PCP Movie Night. Super fun to cover. And I got a really cool version of it that I was given by my buddy Brian, the Brianiac, when he upgraded to Blu-ray. The very first Christopher Nolan film, The Following. I think this has been released on Blu-ray now, but I've never upgraded. But there is The Following, the first Christopher Nolan movie, and it's really good. Really fucking good. We're going to wrap up the Final Five with the Frank Capra collection. This is 5 movies on Blu-ray directed by Frank Capra. American Madness, It Happened One Night, which is one of my favorite romantic comedies of all time. Mr. Deeds Goes to Town, You Can't Take It With You, and Mr. Smith Goes to Washington. One of the greatest films of all time, an American damn classic. There it is right there. It's a beautiful set. They just don't make them like they used to. Look at that. All these fucking Frank Capra movies. This cool book, connecting them all together. And a really nice slip to go along with it. Sorry, Dylan. Your stream's late tonight, brother. Anyway, I'll put that back together. Frank Capra collection. And that has been your official Final Five. All right. We got to wrap up. 62 Lefty Blue says he has that Capra collection. Hell yeah. Love it. Love it. Love it. Got that echo still. But I need the headphones on for this next bit. So thank you so much, Chocos, for the super chat. We really do appreciate it. And we're going to wrap up with this. Y'all been the best. Dylan's Horror Show about to start. We're going to be talking about Alien Romulus tomorrow night to continue Horror Fest, The Curse of the Werewolf on PCP Movie Night, and Blood Splatter Chatter with the first double feature of Horror Fest. Happy Death Day, and Happy Death Day to you. Arsenic is not in that, Arsenic's not in the box set. Sekko's killing me. Let's hope this doesn't continue into Dylan's Horror Show. Check it. Let me tell you about this little man I know. His name is Hellboy. He was sent to the earth some long time ago to save it or destroy. Brought to this earth by Rasputin, son of a demon and a nana who had a sex with a demon, but was raised by Professor Broom. Now he fights evil and monsters. Shit! Now he fights with a man who's a fish named Abe. Now he fights with a fire starter named Liz, and an ectoplasmic mess named Johann. PPRD. Yo! We love you. Happy Rockin Robbie Live. Y'all have a good one. Check us out over Dylan's Horror Show starting now. Sounds more epic. The ending sounded way more epic with the echo. All right, we're out. Love you. 51 movies across 3 channels. The bloodiest, most transgressive Horror Fest lineup yet. Bloodiest, most transgressive Horror Fest lineup of all time, and it all kicks off on August 19th